Rosemary Montgomery is our speaker, and just a little introduction. Rosemary was born and raised in Eugene, Oregon. She likes to say that she has attended St. Mary's since she has been an embryo. She attended St. Mary's grade school, now O'Hara, graduated from St. Francis, now Marist. She also earned her degree in music from the University of Oregon. Rosemary has been involved in the pro-life movement since 1969. And I believe that was when Oregon laws began here with regards to this pro-choice side. She founded Birthright in Corvallis in 1972 and volunteered at First Way starting in 1993. She is the principal board member of her family's foundation. And this foundation is responsible for bringing Alveda King to Marist and also purchased the mobile ultrasound unit at First Way. Please let us welcome Rosemary Montgomery.
Thank you. The name of my presentation is The Tangled Web of Unresolved Grief Through 4 Generations. I'm very familiar. This is about my family. My maternal grandmother got married and had 2 sons. She got pregnant again. She had an abortion. She got pregnant again, had an abortion. Got pregnant with my mom, sought to abort her, but the doctor would not allow her another abortion because she had been very sick from her second abortion. So Mom was born by default. She was traumatized, Mom was, by the loss of her 2 sisters and dealing with her mom's desire to abort her, sent her on her own path of unresolved grief. She would often ask her mother, "Where are my sisters?" Dr. Philip Ney, a Canadian psychiatrist, tells us that children are born knowing there's someone missing. Mom knew. She may not have known what level she knew, but she knew. She also suppressed her rage toward her own mother for seeking to abort her. It resulted in a very dysfunctional behavior. Her life, Mom's life, was one of high achievement and perfectionism to prove to her parents that she was worth having, and the survivor guilt of living while her sisters were aborted. Since her mom based her abortions on the fact that my grandpa was not a good provider, Mom made sure she married a man who had drive and ambition. She married Dad, and they had 9 children. The problem was that we also got the message that we were allowed to be born because there was enough money to support us. There is another problem with unresolved grief, and that is an ability to bond with any subsequent children after an abortion. If the mother has not grieved her prior abortion, it is difficult for her to bond with any subsequent children. I think that happened when between my mom and her mother, between Mom and her 9 children, and sorrowfully between me and my children. So much of the unresolved grief becomes generational. Mom guarded her subconscious like a junkyard dog. No way was she ever going to deal with the fact that it was her mom who didn't want her. Unfortunately, in my generation, there's one who had an abortion one of my sisters, and aborted 4 more with an IUD she had inserted. Fortunately, she went to Rachel's Vineyard retreat after realizing what she did, and gave her children their humanity by naming them, and found hope and found healing. Also, I have a brother-in-law who aborted his son, one nephew who is the father of 3 aborted children, another nephew with 1 aborted baby. Luckily, I had the honor, and I mean the honor, of going to a Rachel's Vineyard retreat and giving these little ones names. So profound, so important, their humanity. I pray daily that the post-abortive members of my family discover the abortion healing ministry. Most of them are in serious denial and assuage their pain by alcohol and or drugs and or outbursts of anger. I humbly beg each and every one of you, if you know someone who is post-abortive, to tell them in a loving way of the outreach abortion healing ministries, such as Rachel's Vineyard, Rama International, and Bethesda Healing Ministry. Grandma was a baptized Catholic. Mom asked her why she no longer went to Mass, and Grandma said, "They won't have me. I've had 2 abortions." I'm deeply sorry that Grandma felt that way. One has only to read about the prodigal son and know that Jesus is not only wanting us to return, desiring us to return, but he's looking for us to return. A contrite heart, O God, you will not spurn. A priest said that he believed it was the babies, the little ones, who brought their parents back to wholeness. That sounds okay with me. The little ones hate to see mommy and daddy suffering. They want nothing more than to bring mommy and daddy back to healing and back to peace. Thank you.